And welcome back to some more Ark Survival Ascended. Yeah, boy, we are back on the brand new Ragnarok map. And today we're going to go over how we tame and why we need to tame these new bisons, because they have a very OP ability that I think is an absolute game changer. So, first off, it's an absolute miserable day. It is a terrible, miserable day, but we are here in the Highlands because that's where we're going to find these bisons. We have our very handy dino tracker. As you can see, we have bisons here. We have 69 bisons. If we do the tracker, yeah, all 69 are in the Highlands. That's where they're all going to chill, and they live in big herds. We do have one random one just chilling here. That might be a nice, easy tame to demonstrate. We can start there, but then we are going to have to go into the herd and see what's happening. So we'll go for that little female there. But in order to get the full extent of the bison ability, we do need to tame a male and a female. Because once the female has a calf, then it produces milk. And the milk can be used to raise wyverns. Gone are the days of getting a wyvern, then knocking it out, to then milk it, to then raise a wyvern, and it's always kind of a little stressful. This should be the easier, better way. So, to knock out a bison, you just knock it out. That's all you got to do. Knock it out and feed it some crops. I've not tested the kibble. I'm going to see if exceptional kibble works today. But we're going to go do that. We're going to have a look at them, play around with them a little bit. So before we do that, if you do enjoy the episode, if you find it helpful, make sure you're whacking a like, make sure you're subscribing, ringing the bell, following all social medias. I appreciate it. Have a little bit of cake in the storm. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that horse. Even he's looking at that cake like, God damn, okay. All right, let's go over to this singular bison. Although there are now more bisons around it. There's at least one bison. Okay, looks like maybe two and a trike. If that's a male and a female, maybe we go after both of them. There's also like a calf there. All right, let's go and grab this female first. We're going to knock this out. These are very aggressive creatures. You have to be very prepared. I would recommend maybe a trap. There's the female down. You are also a female. We're actually just going to kill you. I'm sorry. That's my bad. So the female's down. We do get a look at the baby here because the babies are actually adorable. They have little tiny horns. Look at it. I'm sorry, little one. I'm sorry. So that's a female. That was a low level. We have obviously got a very good gun. And let's just go and pop on like, I don't know, like half of that kibble. See if you eat that. It says it's taming. Its torpor is dropping very fast, actually. All right, we'll just kind... You know, no. Let's just stay here and see what it does. Okay, so the kibble did work. It did tame the bison up. It looked like it only took like one or two. When the dossier opened, though, my game was stuttering and nearly crashing. So I don't know if anyone else had that issue, but I kind of had to click off that. I don't know if that footage is going to be usable. But I've just taken the kibble off of you. And let's just have a quick look inside of you. So I don't think you can do anything as of right now. Not until it's pregnant. But this is a female bison. They look pretty cool. That was straightforward. I didn't need any narcotics. I think we have taming ×4 on this little server we're using today. But what we're going to do, I'm going to go and pop you in a dino ball. We're going to go and find us a male. And then we're going to see how this works. If we come over to here... So we've got a few herds. I mean, this herd over here, this is going to have some spicy stuff. Can I even, like, pick a male out of there? I guess we'll just have to find out. All right, let's go down here. We're probably going to have to kill a bunch of these. But again, they're in the Highlands. Just chilling. The Highlands look so freaking cool now, man. I love it. It literally looks like a Highlands. But here we go. Whole herd of them. Now, the way you can normally tell with the male is they have bigger antlers. Are they called antlers on a bison? I don't know. But yeah, female. Got a couple babies. There's a male. That's what we want. Another level 25. We got any males over here? That's a male 15. But yeah, this is a good comparison. See, her horns are a little bit smaller. His are much, much longer. All right, so let's see if we can knock him out. Also, we can maybe take that track off in a minute. We'll see if we can knock him out. We're probably going to have to fight the rest of the herd. Should only take one or two. Yeah, look at his horns. And yeah, they come charging. And they're going to do a lot of damage. Obviously, we're in creative mode right now. But there's that. The pack is now sticking up from. You've got to make sure... Oh, my God. You've got to make sure you got a creature that's going to fire... Oh, my God. Okay. I thought they knocked me flying. It was me just kind of getting out of the way. But yeah, you got to be prepared to fight them all. Because they will all come, and they're all just going to headbutt you all. Make sure you got a nice, strong dino. Boom. 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 Okay, perfect. Are you after us? Oh, look at all the babies. You can run away, you know. We don't have to kill you. You go and protect the babies. No, you're going to come for us. Okay. I'm sorry. You didn't die. Wow. What level are you? You're level 90. All right. And goodbye to you. All right. So that's 2 very low level ones. Again, we're just going to chuck some kibble onto you. And let that one tame up. And Bison male variant has tamed. All right. So we should be good here. If you'd like to just follow me here. Don't worry about all these dead ones. That's not going to happen to you. So we have a male. And then right next to him, we're going to have a female. There we go. Like I said, horn size, you can clearly tell, right? You can clearly tell what's the male and what's the female. I do like that. Oh, you know what I've actually not looked at? The saddles. Bison. When do we make that? What level is a bison? A level 50. Okay. What do these look like? Ooh. Okay. I like that a lot, actually. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. That's a pretty saddle. Hell yeah. All right, well, first things first, what we need to do before we play around with these a little bit, I need these two to mate. So we're going to go mate, and that's going to take a minute. Perfect. It is now gesturating. It's going to take a very long time because I've not adjusted any of the settings, but we can speed through that, hopefully. All right, let me just have a quick look at this male then, because we do have a heads up. All right, see, changes heads up, heads down. Okay. Now, do we build up speed like the trikes? Yes, we do. I don't really want to attack my baby, but I'm going to do it anyway. And boom. I did 41 damage. All right, let me do a heads down whilst we're running. Still only 41. Do I have to do that with the right click? Oh, yes, definitely right click. All right, head down, right click. 55. Remember, we are low level. Let me try again. Yes, we do. We do knock them high in the air, though. So if I don't do the running and I'm just doing right click, we're still doing 55. Right click launches them. Let's just left click. If we're doing heads up, 41. Right click there. Is that attack? Okay. I'm not 100% sure on what attack. Are we meant to, like, just run into them full speed? I'm not sure. Let's just give you a little bit more melee. These are very cool. I do like that we're getting more mammals in the game. I love the exotic creatures. Obviously, I love all the dinosaurs. But just having that mixture of, like, bison, sheep, all that kind of stuff. It's just really cool. All right, so we're going to head down. Let's get this to max. So if I was just to run into Summit, nothing happens. Right click. And then if I see... What if I, like, space or something? That just jumps. I did lose... Okay, yeah, space definitely took my, like, rage meter down. So if I'm running again... See, it's building up. Although it just looks like a jump. Let me try space. Is that just because I'm jumping? Left click. Right click. X. See when you're doing that. No, jump doesn't take it down. Oh, it does. I don't know. I don't know if, like, you can do extra damage like you can with a trike with these guys. Doesn't seem it. But obviously they get berries. I mean, we just saw that. We get some berries there. A lot of berries. And only having to get to level 50 to get the saddle on them. Pretty good. We do get a pack bonus. As you can see, we've already got the +1 there. That's just going to make them a little bit better. All right. I need you to pop a baby out. So that baby we were beating up, I just went to claim that just in case it can, like, activate the mother here. So we can actually milk it now in 49 minutes. So you can actually get the milk before the baby's born. So we are on, like, standard breeding settings. I've not changed anything to do with that for this, like, server as I'm learning stuff. So let me just show you what happens when that's ready. All right, we're back, and I have just made a discovery. You need to keep the baby alive. I forgot to feed the baby, and the milk was almost ready to produce. I can now no longer make milk. So, let me see if I can grab another baby, wherever they've all gone, and see if that timer's going to start again or not. It looks like all of these babies have maybe gone and disappeared. But yeah, your bison doesn't have to give birth. As long as there is a baby bison next to it, that seems to do the trick. I don't know where any of these little guys are gone. Apparently chilling next to the Bronto. That's where they're gone. All right, little dude. You're going to be part of me. We're going to go take you over here. We have to make sure you're, like, fed. So, as we just saw, no milk. It was about 4 minutes away, I think, from producing. We put a baby out. Milk. All right, in 3 minutes. Perfect. So, the timer, in fact, stayed the same. So, yeah, you don't need to actually give birth. You just need a baby alongside with them, and she'll start producing milk. And there we go. We can finally milk the female bison. I would probably not recommend trying to milk the male bison. I don't know. I don't think he'll like it. Maybe he will like it. I don't know if everyone else would like it, though. It's kind of a bit weird. But I can just press E on you. We milk you just like that. And then if we come into here, bison milk. Drink it to gain nourishment and extend the effects of consumed meals, or to feed to raise bison and wyverns. Like I said, that is huge. So obviously we do have wyvern milk. I just spawned one in here. Drink it to gain nourishment or feed to raise wyverns. So like I said, to get wyvern milk, you have to find a wyvern. You have to then like trap it and trank it out and milk it. I feel like having some bisons, which I feel like you would probably get earlier on before wyverns, maybe, depending on how you play Ark. Getting these, just having a few females and like just having them constantly breeding and getting milk is going to be a lot easier to then get wyverns. I think getting wyverns now and growing them up and raising them is going to be an absolute breeze because of these. That is a massive game changer. It just is. And also, extending the effects of consumed meals. So that's like your soups and stuff. So anything that's like you're going to eat that gives you a buff, that's going to be huge as well. So this is a really important sauce. It lasts for half an hour. You probably won't be able to put it in a fridge. You can't put normal milk in the fridge for some reason, the wyvern milk. But I'm sure we'll all figure a way out to make that extend a little bit longer. It's 28 minutes on me. Let me just have a look. How long is it in you, by the way? Oh, 2 hours? So yeah, it's probably better to keep it on you just there. But yeah, and then it should be like an hour or something. Yeah, a whole hour until we can milk again. I don't know if ratings, your server rates, sorry, like can change that. Make it shorter and stuff for people that don't want to wait an hour. But yeah, you don't need to actually have her own baby. You just need a calf with them. But obviously, you're going to want them breeding constantly so you can just have a constant supply of milk. But yeah, that is absolutely huge. And now we don't have the storm going on. We can kind of have a look at you a little bit better. I still don't fully understand what the heart is on the right. Hold left. Oh, wait. Oh, that's cool. You can attack like multiple times if you hold left. Oh, wait. Hang on a second. Did I hold right click then? Nope. I don't know. Hold left. I'm just running out of stam. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure that out at some point, I'm sure. But there we are. That's the bison. So pretty simple to tame. Knockout tame. Just prepare. You know, the herd is going to come after you. Maybe you want to get them into a trap. I don't know. I'm sure we'll all figure out the best ways to do that. But pretty simple. Just be careful of their torpor that falls. It looks like if you're going to use, you know, ×1 rates and everything, you are going to need some narcotics. But, yeah, game changer. Wyverns are going to be a lot easier to get now. So what we're going to do, we're going to wrap it up, call it a day there. If you enjoyed the episode, if you found it helpful or useful, make sure you are whacking a like. Make sure you're subscribing, you ring the bell, never notifications. Thank you very much for hanging out. I'll catch you in a bit.